Hi everybody. Today we're going to be learning how to play Could You Be Loved on the ukulele. First off, we're going to start off with the intro, and those same chords are played actually in the bridge later on. It's just one chord, which is called B minor. Now, B minor, we play like this. We take our first finger and we're going to bar the bottom three strings of the second fret, like this. And barring is when I take the one finger and press all those strings at the same time with one finger. Okay, so I bar the bottom three strings of the second fret here, and then I'm going to take my ring finger and I'm going to put it on the fourth fret of the fourth string. Okay, let me move this finger now so you can see a little bit better. These three and here. An easier way to play B minor is this. You just bar these three fingers. So you could bar them, or you could do this. Put your first finger, second finger, and third finger here. I like to bar and do this. It gives a little bit of floater sound, but they all work. So that's B minor. So before we continue playing on the other parts of the songs, I wanted to talk about what we're going to be doing on our right hand, how we're going to be playing or strumming on our right hand. This song is in the style of reggae, and reggae has a specific type of strumming called skanking, okay? And it's basically when I play on the upbeats. Let me show you how that sounds. I'm going to be doing B minor on my left hand, but I want you to focus more on the right hand, okay? Let me count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what ended up happening there, like I said, is that I'm playing on each upbeat, okay? The downbeats are going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to be playing right after each one of those downbeats. Again, let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that we finished learning how to play the skanking technique, strumming technique for reggae, and what we're going to be doing with our right hand, we're going to learn how to play the chords for the chorus. And it basically starts like this. I have D, which is played with my first finger on the second fret, fourth string. Then I have my middle finger or second finger on the second fret, third string. And then I have my third finger on the second fret, second string. They're basically, the three of them are on top of each other. Let me angle my ukulele so you can see a little bit better. And it's important, instead of just playing my hand regular like this, maybe angle my hand a little bit so we can fit the three fingers next to each other, and they can all be pressing in the middle of the fret, which is very important to get that better sound, right? So that's D. Then I go to B minor, which we've already practiced. And you can do the simpler version, which we talked about earlier here. But you can do this one, of course. So we do D and B. And then the next chord is going to be G, which we should all be very familiar with, G. And then we go back to D. Okay? And it's important that you practice the jumps between, right? From D to B, D to B, and from B to G, and then G back to D. And then the chorus is going to sound like this. I'm going to count, and we're going to be doing the skank pattern of strumming. Sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. B, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3. Again. D, 3, 4. B, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. And that's basically how we play the chorus. Please practice. The jump between each chords is going to be very important to master. Next part of the song we're going to be learning is the verse. Now, the verse has a couple of chords that I want to go over before we actually start learning how to play all of it. We start off with B minor, which we already practiced, right? B minor. Then we're going to go to E minor. E minor is played when I play my first finger on the second fret of the first string, second or middle finger goes on the third fret of the second string, and then my third finger goes on the fourth fret of the third string. That's E minor, like this. Here, here, and here. Next chord we play is basically G. We already know G. Then there's the new chord for some of you, which is going to be called F sharp minor. Now, F sharp minor is basically like this. We have middle finger on the second fret, fourth string. Take my first finger and I'm going to put it on the first fret of the third string, and then my third finger goes on the second fret of the second string. So here, here, and here. These two basically are in the same fret, which helps me here and here. A good way to do it is just these two and then here. Again, middle finger, second fret, fourth string, first finger, first fret, third string, third finger, second fret, second string. Here, here, and here. That's F sharp minor. And then the next new chord we're going to be playing is going to be A, which is basically the same thing as F sharp, but without this finger. We take out our third finger, this one, we take it out, and we do this. So it would be middle finger on the second fret, fourth string, and first finger on the first fret, third string, and the other two strings go open. And that's A. Okay, now that we know the verse chords, let's talk about the verse. We're going to break it down into two parts. It is one verse, but we're going to break it down into two parts. If you look at your sheet music, you're going to see the first line that has two B's, two measures of B, and two measures of E minor. Okay? So I'm going to play that for you now. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the measure. And if you see, it has a repetition symbol, so that means we're going to play it twice. So like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, back to B. B, 2, 3, 4. B, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we move on to the second part of the verse, the next line, where we see the first two measures have B minor on the first two measures, right? So that stays the same. 2, 3, 4. We do the B minor twice. Then on the third measure, we see that we have a G major and F sharp minor, okay? So basically it means that we're going to play 2 beats on G and 2 beats on F sharp minor. So we do 1, 2, 1, 2. So 2 here, 2 here. 1, 2, 1, 2. And remember, you're playing on the upbeat. So that 1, we don't actually play on the 1, we play on the upbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next measure, which has a little, like a half a box there, that's called first ending, and then on the line below we have the same box with a number 2, that's called second ending. That means that when we repeat, the first time we do that whole line, we do the first time we do what's in box number 1. Then we play again from the beginning, but instead of going to box 1, we're going to go to box 2. And I'm sure your music teacher, if you ask them for help, they can tell you how to approach that and how to play that part. They're going to help you with that. So we go to the first line. Let's play it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. B minor. 3, 4. B minor. Now 2 beats of G and 2 beats of F. 1, 2, 1, 2. E minor. That's on the first ending. Now start again. B, 2, 3, 4. B, 2, 3, 4. G, F sharp, and now A. 2 measures of A. And that's how I play the verse. So the important thing is that, remember, the first ending, the first little box with the number 1 is E, and then the next box is going to be A.